this far from finishing the book. That's like about 50 pages. Less, way less. Oh my god. Alright, so I have finished this lovely book. It's Landline by Rainbow Rowell, and it's time for the book review. I just finished it. There's a lot to say about this book. I have finished the book Landline by Rainbow Rowell, and this was not one of my favorite books. It was difficult to get through, but since it's Rainbow Rowell, I've read it really quickly. The main character was one of those very frustrating characters that I was just like, it's really hard to read from her point of view. But basically, I wanted to mention that it's not a bad book. It has the well-developed characters, like always. It has a cool concept, you know, calling from the future. That's pretty cool, right? But my rating would be 3 out of 5 stars. It was an okay book. I was expecting a little bit more from it, even though I haven't heard much about it. I was expecting a little bit more about it, and it's okay. I mean, if you really love Rainbow Rowell, go ahead and read it. But for me, and what I was looking at in the story, it didn't satisfy my needs. I cried. The only point that made me want to cry, because Rainbow Rowell is really good at making me cry, was the part with Seth, and I will be inserting the clip in which I was almost crying. This is gonna be a spoiler part of the video, but oh my god. I have this, okay, if anybody ever asks me, who's your book character crush? Mine would be Seth, because oh my gosh. Why couldn't they have ended up together? That's like I was hoping for. I was hoping that Seth was gonna come to his senses and say something to her, and then he came up to her right before she was gonna drive to go see, I forgot his name. Neil. Yeah, Neil. That's his name. Right before she went to go driving to find Neil and like talk to him, make a grand gesture or whatever, like Seth was at the door and he was saying stuff, and I was like feeling the whole time, I was like shipping them so hard, because I was just like, they are so gonna get together, they have to. And then she's gonna do the whole grand gesture thing, and I was just like, no, he's not gonna get with her. And then right before it, and I was just like, no, why is this happening? Like she's okay with Neil. I mean, I can tell that like things can be worked out, but TBH, she could have been so good with Seth. Oh my god. But then like Neil would have been really heartbroken, so I guess I don't know what's happening. I don't know the end yet, but this is my pre-reaction part. I really wish you ended up with Seth, because they were like, I was shipping them. They were like, okay, I'm done. Bye. I'm gonna get to the book spoiler part right now, so then, yeah. So like I said, 3 out of 5. You can read it. It's, you know, a contemporary novel. It's set in 2013, but it does go a lot back in the past. That's how she writes, and I feel like that's kind of cool as well. There were some cool moments. She's really good at humor, and she's really good with developing topics and everything. It's just that the story in itself, I felt, was a little bit unsatisfying. Maybe I'm wrong. If you have a different opinion, comment below what you thought about this book. Moving on to the book spoilers. I mean, for 75% of this book, I was ready for her to screw up her marriage and just get rid of whatever was happening at the moment, and just make it Neil get married to Dawn, and just have, like, you know, her happy life with Seth and his happy life with Dawn. Because Miss Rainbow Rowell is very good at putting a character in each of her books in which they cannot be happy. They cannot be completely happy. So like in, what was it called? Attachments. Yeah, Chris, the band player that was with, I forgot her name already. Main character that got with, oh my god, what was her name? Maria is so unprofessional. Oh my god. Like, what even? Rolling back. Rolling back. Let's go. In Attachments, Beth. Yeah, Beth. She was with Chris, but Chris wasn't like, he couldn't like be completely happy, and I was just like, bruh, you're like being super annoying, especially because you're in the way of Beth and Lincoln. I almost forgot his name, but I remembered it like right away. So I was just like, Miss Rowell put another, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, by the way. She put another character that can't be wholeheartedly happy in her book, and it was, what's his name? Really, did I forget his name too? Neil. Neil could not be wholeheartedly happy because he was just like, maybe it's not enough. And then he's like, well, I'm not completely happy because you have your job here in California, and I hate California. I hate what you do. I hate all of this. And then I'm like, well, then why don't you just stop hating and go away and, like, fix it? You don't, like, if you hate something, you fix it. You don't, like, but he wasn't complaining about it. I couldn't tell because, you know, we didn't have real moments with them, like, real moments in which we were experiencing it, like, at the time. Okay, that's really hard to explain, but it just made the characters like Chris and like Neil very unappealing to me. I didn't really love Neil. I didn't really love Chris. They were just, I was just like, you're not necessary in the book, and I just don't want you in the book. Can you leave? Because you're taking away someone else's happiness. And I was just like, if I could make fan fiction about Rainbow Rowell's books, I would. And I would just make, no, these are good. Yeah, Lincoln and Beth, this is my favorite Rainbow Rowell book, but I'm not talking about that book, am I? I would make Georgie and Seth become the couple in this book because, oh my god, adorable. I love it. I know they had children. I know they had kids, and I didn't realize it until maybe the 75% of the book in which I got to. I was like, crap, yeah, they have kids. It was really hard to, like, put my opinion on what their marriage meant to me, and so I was just like, I like her with Seth. I don't like her with Neil. And I felt like this went perfectly. This one went backwards. It feels like this was like alternate universes. And basically, in this book, she did end up with Chris. In this book, she didn't. And so I'm just like, what the heck? And then, like, backwards, ow, I just hit my face. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I love this book. This book was just a little bit less of my liking. I'm sorry I'm rambling. I really love Rainbow Rowell's writing. I really love her books. I've read 3 out of 4. I think there's a few more, but I don't know what they are. I read these 2 and this one. I don't remember. I can't remember which one of them. I think it was Eleanor. She was the unhappy character once again, I think. Like, even, like, she made it so difficult that at the end, that ending though, you remember that? Eleanor was a person here, and here it was Neil, and here it was Chris. I'm gonna read Fangirl next, and I don't know what to think. I don't even know what it's about. I feel like, I don't know. But you're gonna find out. You're gonna know all about this. Landline. it's not a bad book. I feel like I'm making it seem that way. It's not a bad book. It's a good book. Like I said, I read through it like I usually do with Rainbow Rowell's writing, and it was good. I didn't love it, but it was good. I don't want to turn off this book for anybody. So if you feel like Landline is a very interesting topic for you, like time travel phone, go ahead, read it. We still never found out anything about that, but go ahead and read it. I know I look really messy. I've been reading all morning. It was my morning period in which I was just reading the whole time. But what am I saying? It's 2 p.m. But whatever. Like I said, don't turn off from this book just because I've said some harsh things about them. I criticize, but I'm honest, and I mean, I wanted to put all my opinions out there. I don't want to say something and then not say something. So, yeah. I wanted to warn some people, and I wanted to tell you how I honestly feel about it. I'm not going to make up bull crap, okay? So, like, I really love Rainbow Rowell's writing. This is a good book. I didn't love it, but it's good. Go read it if you want to, if you please, and go read her other books. They're pretty awesome too. I forget which one's gonna be made into a movie. I feel like one of them is gonna be made into a movie. If one of them is not being made into a movie, one of them must, and the one that must be made into a movie is Attachments, because if it's not, I'm gonna spend my whole life just making it a movie. I'm like, yes. Anyways, I have rambled on about the wrong book. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time with a book review, and it's probably gonna be Paper Towns or from John Green or Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with another booktube video. Bye.